here. Come here. Come here. Come here. You're like the daughter I never had.
That's right.
Just stay right there, okay? Read.
Jeremiah chapter 1 and verse 5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee.
So the prophets in this book, young lady, what's your name? Huh? Diane. Okay, you're not often in men's faces, are you? Very good. And don't start doing that. That's good. That's good that you had to call over here. That's what girls are supposed to do. But all these little fast hoochie mamas and all them, stay away from them. They're nothing but trouble. You understand that? Let me tell you something. You save yourself for marriage. You understand that? You don't listen. I'm just speaking as a father now. You don't need to kiss no boys. You definitely don't need to do anything down there. That is for when a man can marry you. When he's ready to marry you, then you allow that. That's private areas. No one's allowed to touch any of it. You understand that? I gave you a little bit of advice, right? Read.
Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee.
You a father? Are you a father? You're not a father. Do you think that's good advice that I just told that young lady? So is it wise for me to tell a girl to save herself for marriage and don't let nobody kiss her and deal with her privately? Do you think that's a wise thing?
I would say nothing's wrong with it, but me personally, I wouldn't, I just would have...
So you do you?
I just would have spoke with her kind.
You would have said what?
I mean, I would have spoke with her kind, and I would have got...
Kind. Well, I was speaking with her kind.
But yeah, you trying to relay a message, so
the message is the same thing I'll say to you. How old are you? 30? 25? 23. 23. Do you have a girlfriend?
I'm single right now.
You're single. Do you have sex with women?
Occasionally.
Okay, you should stop doing that. You want to know why? Because you should save yourself for marriage.
Right.
Now, I'm going to show you and you this. Hebrews 13 and 4. Because listen, I don't give a damn what they classify you as. You black. That's what you are.
That's right.
You understand that? Where they call you, what are you, Puerto Rican? What do they call you?
Puerto Rican.
Well, no, you're not. You're black. Your history up from Puerto Rico, but we the same people. You see that? Puerto Rican, Boricua. Boricua. That's a Hebrew word. You are from the Puerto Rico, you're Ephraim. But we're black people. The Israelites are black people. You are the same. So that's your sister right there. You understand that? They divide us by Puerto Rican, Dominican, El Salvadorian, Cuban, Mexican, Black American, Haitian. That's all a division. We are the Israelites. We suffer the same things. Read.
Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all.
I'm telling you at 23 years old, and I'm telling you at 17. You listening to me? This is good advice. Most brothers are trying to get into girls' pants. I want her to keep her pants and clothes on until someone marries her and puts her in a house and takes care of her. Right. That's why we got single parents household with the women. They open their legs up early and then they have babies out of wedlock and no daddy in the house. I don't want that to happen to you. I don't want that to happen to you either. Because if you lay with a woman and she's not your wife, what's to say she can't just get up and move? When you're married to her, you have rights. Legally, she's bound to you. Marriage is, read this scripture.
Marriage is honorable in all.
What's your name, brother? ¿Cómo te llama?
Larry.
Larry. Like that name. Larry, and what's your name again?
Diane.
Diane? All right, I was going to make a joke. Michael Jackson had a crush on Diana Ross. Long story. Anyways, that's a nice name. Read it again.
Marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled.
Marriage is honorable in all, and the bed is undefiled. Meaning what? You save yourself until marriage. You didn't do that yet. But you don't have to go lay down with the next woman. You want to prove, hold that, give me Sirach 6. You need to prove a woman for marriage. What are we going over? Hey, Dad, how you doing? You know what I like? That's the father right there. As soon as I see him, he's the leader of the family.
That's right.
That's Dad. Dad with the whole family. And I know you will agree with this. I'm teaching young black girls and black boys to wait to marriage. It's not okay for young girls to give up their kisses to any boy at all. Right. And it's honorable for a girl to save herself until marriage. Right. You agree with that, Dad? Because you have children, you have daughters right there. We need more men like you. You're with your daughters. You know how many men are not? I commend you, brother. But we got to get right with God. That's what we're teaching, the laws of God. Read.
Quran, chapter 6 and verse 7. If thou wouldest get a friend.
So what is this talking? I need everybody to listen. What is this talking about? Nehemiah, move the camera over there, please. What are we talking about? In order to get a marriage partner, shouldn't you be friends with that person? What happens, Dad, after you get 50, 60? Maybe the sexual relationship changes, we get older. But what if we're friends when we're 60 years old? It might have been attractive when we was 20. This is how you keep a marriage strong. You gotta teach your daughters to prove a man so that they're his friend. You understand that? Read it again.
If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first.
Read.
And be not hasty to credit him.
So you gotta teach your daughters, don't be, what is hasty to credit a man? After the first date, you're gonna kiss this guy? Are you crazy? That's psycho. Psycho. Now, I was guilty of that. I was wrong. I did that. I was wrong. 100%, Dad. But now, these children don't have to do that. Right. Save yourself from marriage, girls. Right. You wait. You don't kiss on none of these boys. Dad, and you got to enforce that. You can't, you got to lose sleep over these girls. They should be going out there dressing any kind of way they want. Wait.
If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him.
So you girls should not be hasty to kiss any boys. That's wrong. Right. You understand that? It's not right. Read on.
For some man is a friend for his own occasion.
You know what that means? If a man is a friend with a woman for his own occasion, what does that mean? He gets what he wants and you know I'm telling the truth. We did that. Yep. And we were wrong. They don't have to do that. Read it again.
For some man is a friend for his own occasion.
And then what happens?
And will not abide in the day of thy trouble.
So what happens if you get pregnant and now the brother says, oh, I can't take care of the baby. But if you waited and proved that man for marriage and became his friend, you would not lay down with him until when? You're married. And that's something that this wicked society teaches you young girls and you young boys to do wrong. And you have done wrong. You gotta stop. You wait, you prove a woman, you wait until it's ready to make her your wife. You understand it? That's some real strength. Don't you want to become a grandfather one day? You gotta become a husband first before you become a grandfather. You understand that? A righteous one. Read it again.
For some man is a friend for his own occasion, and will not abide in the day of thy trouble.
Go back to Hebrews 13. What are we reading? We're reading about how do you keep the black and Hispanic community together? By strong marriages. You girls understand that? Don't. Nicki Minaj is a hoe.
Right, right.
You know who's not a hoe? It's a mother that's in the house, cooking for her husband, taking care of the children, guiding her house, raising their children with them. Those are role models. Those are the ones you're supposed to look up to. Not some Cardi B who shows her body on TV. You don't do that, sweetheart. You protect your body. And Dad, you got to enforce that. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 23, verse 17.
I'll take it.
There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel.
You see that? And in our nation, y'all step forward, Dad. The cars, step forward a little bit. We almost done. Read it again.
Deuteronomy chapter 23, verse 17. There shall be
Diana, where you going? Why? Your people, they're your family? Hey, you gonna take it, she's with you, right? Hey, you take care of this young lady, all right? Look out for her. Wait.
Deuteronomy chapter 23, verse 17. There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel.
So in the nation of Israel, our daughters were never supposed to become, they were never supposed to deal with more than one man, Dad. And I'm going to show you in the Bible, it is your job to lose sleep looking out for your daughter's virginity. I mean that. I'm going to prove it to you in the Bible. Read.
Sirach, chapter 43 and verse 42 and verse 9. The father waketh for the daughter.
You hear that? This is the relationship. You girls, you got 2 boys and 2 girls, right? How many, are these all yours? 3 girls? 1 boy. Okay. You got your hands full. So here's the thing. This is about a relationship that the father has with his daughters. I want you to listen because God's got a message for you. Listen.
Sirach, chapter 42 and verse 9. The father waketh for the daughter when no man knoweth.
What does that mean? The father waketh for the daughter when nobody else knows about it. Why? Because you always want to know where they at. Where you going? What you got on? Get back in the house. You always lose and say, where's she at right now? You need to set curfews. They need to be in the house at a certain time. They don't need to be going with no boys nowhere by themselves. Nowhere, Dad. Read it again.
The father waketh for the daughter when no man knoweth, and the care for her taketh away sleep.
You hear that? Caring for her, you are going to lose sleep, Dad. Read on.
When she is young, yes, she pass away the flower of her age.
When she is young, that's when you're supposed to care about her. Because as she turns 13, 14, 15, there's a thing called a fast girl. You've heard that term? What you need to do as a father is make sure your daughters are going nice and slow. You know where they're at all times. You know what they're dressing like. By the way, Dad, you need to teach your daughters how to dress like young ladies and girls. They're not doing that now. And I'm not saying it's your fault, but I need to educate you with the word of God. You need to implement the change. Deuteronomy 22 verse 5. We're reading the Holy Bible, brother. The one book that they used to enslave us and lie to us is the same book that's going to free us. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Dad, what does that mean? What does that mean, Dad? Read it again.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
What does it mean that a woman should not wear that pertaineth to a man? What does that mean? Let me give you an example. You ever been to a marriage before? A wedding? How does the woman dress on that day? Huh? Right, is it an all-white tuxedo? So I'm asking you, how does she dress? A woman's garment, right? So that's a law of God, and they do that law on the day of their wedding because they want to be the most effeminate that they can be as a woman, right?
Yes.
So, watch this, read it again.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
So women have never supposed to wear things to men. Your girls are not supposed to wear pants, sweatpants, or shorts. Those are for men. Just like you know you're not supposed to wear a dress. But why is it that when they watch the princess movies, they want to dress like a princess?
Bring it out.
Because they identify that is the right spirit to roll in.
Right.
That's when they get married, even though they wore pants their whole life. On that day, I want to be in the right spirit, I'm going to wear a dress. You need to be in the spirit of a woman all the time if you're a woman or girl. You need to be in the spirit of a man. I can't just on Halloween dress up like Medea and say that's fine. No, you took on a woman's attribute. Right. Men are not supposed to wear dresses, and you girls are not supposed to wear pants or none of that. Dresses they're supposed to wear.
Bring it out.
And guess what? All of our daughters do that. You got to teach them that. You got to win that argument in your house.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation